Today we're going to be drafting a fantasy roster for our Mortal Kombat 1, and we already know that the game's got some characters already announced, but this is if we were making the game. I'm going to go with Aaron Black.
So I have
Yeah.
to absolutely agree with that one. I would love to
Yes.
see Aaron Black as well.
Aaron Black is one of the ones that I do want to see return from like the MK10 when they introduced a lot of new characters. Hopefully they do bring him back. I'm not confident that he will come back. I don't think they're going to bring in a lot of characters from MK10.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he's a really cool character. He's just very like badass. Like I wasn't really sure how I was gonna feel about the new characters, but Aaron Black is definitely one of the bright spots. I know you're not gonna have this one. I actually said Ermac. I like Ermac. I thought he was pretty cool. I was just like a collection of souls. Yeah, it sucks he died in what was it, MK9, I think he died.
Yeah.
And it's just cool, now that he's not like just another color palette swap pool that he has doing like abilities and stuff with the souls and all that. So yeah, I think he'd fit in pretty good.
One that I'm going to go with next is Frost. Do you have Frost?
I don't actually. I didn't really like Frost.
Interesting. Did not like Frost. Okay, fair. I did not think I was gonna like her coming back. I know she's like female Sub-Zero. I think they did her justice in 11 bringing her back. I think they really like added to her moveset, and I feel like her moveset felt kind of unique compared to Sub-Zero. So I wouldn't be mad if I saw her come back.
Yeah, I didn't really like pick her. I didn't really like her, but I also didn't hate her enough to like not want her in the game. I just am very like about
Yeah.
her. So let me see. Let me pick out of my list here. Cabal.
I got Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal is one of my favorite characters of all time. I think he's very badass. I love his mask. I love the speed aspect. He's definitely one of my favorites.
Cabal definitely needs to come back. He was not in 10 if I'm correct. I'll take a big name. Sub-Zero.
Definitely.
Of course.
I mean, no contest, man. It's Sub-Zero. Literally, if he's not poster child, because we all know who the other one is, which honestly, I'll just say it now, Scorpion.
Yes. Scorpion as well.
Him and Sub-Zero are completely like they're cemented in these games. It's Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They can reuse them as many times as they want because they're badass.
Yes, 100%. There's nothing really to add to that. There's nothing you can say. Johnny Cage.
I got him too.
Course.
I love Johnny Cage. Think he's a great character. He's funny.
I even liked him in MK10 and 11 as like an older, and a lot of the older characters did not work, but I think he definitely worked, and his story is always good. He is confirmed, so
Cool.
say.
Works out. I actually said Farah and Tor as one
I
of
do
them.
not have Farron Tor.
I really did like Farah and Tor. I thought that they were like a cool breath of fresh air, and it was cool like the dynamic between the two, because like the one basically needs the other to survive, and then like once the one grows up, that's kind of it. It's a pretty cool relationship. And it's kind of sad we didn't get them in 11. Kind of sucks. I really did enjoy Farah and Tor, and it's kind of sad that they might only be a one game character.
Could be a shocking return.
Could be.
I'm gonna go with one that I know you don't have. Kung Lao.
Yeah, I don't have him.
I like Kung Lao. I was actually pretty upset when he was not in MK10.
Yeah, when he was dead.
Yeah, I did not like that. I like his hat. I know like there's not a lot else to it, but I remember playing like MK9, and I really enjoyed playing with him. Just for his moveset was really unique, and a hat that just cuts people up is just pretty cool. He is in the game, so we'll
Right.
say.
I don't really hate him. I just think he's a little overused. I know you said you like this character, so I'm really curious. Collector.
I do have the collector.
I remember you saying you really liked the Collector, and I did too. I thought the Collector was a really cool new character. He was one of the few characters actually introduced in 11.
Yeah,
I do know that the Collector was actually a really cool design. I like the fact that he, like his fatality, he like takes your organs and shit. He's actually a pretty cool character for being, newer and not really fleshed out. Definitely a cool addition, and it'd be cool to see him come back.
collector is fantastic. They have a fantastic character on their hands. One of the big ones for me, definitely like top 5 I want to see is collector. Collector's so cool. He did not get enough to do in 11, so
No, he
literally
didn't.
you can make him a fleshed out major villain, like maybe not the main villain, but like a number 2 to the main villain.
Yeah, for real.
You could do that, and we're not going to do Garrus and Cetrion, so include him. I know he's like part of the crypt, and they don't have the crypt in the game, so I don't know if it's gonna line up, but figure it out. Put him in somehow. You're the writer of the game. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your game.
So I'll go with my next one, Shao Kahn.
Yep,
Give
got him too, of
me
course.
Shao Kahn. Now I wouldn't be mad if he's not playable, because I do enjoy the old style of like the major villain not being playable, and like you have to conquer the tower and beat him. But just include him in the game, have him in the story. He's like the most badass character I think ever. So like he's literally like a god.
Yeah, he's pretty badass. I mean, let's be honest. When he swings the hammer around, like I think one of my favorite fatalities was when he swings a hammer and knocks your head into your chest. Pretty cool character. Let's see. I'm curious if you have. I'm gonna say Tremor.
No, I do not have Tremor.
Okay. Now, Tremor is probably one of the lesser known ninjas, and that's just because he was like released at a weird time, and like not many people really like the game that he was involved in. But I like Tremor. I think it's pretty cool to have a like an earthbender basically as a ninja. Pretty badass. I definitely do think that Tremor should be involved, and I think I like him better than Garrus, even though Garrus kind of controls like sand or whatever it was. I definitely think the earth aspect is a lot better.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. He just didn't make my list. What about, do you have Onaga?
I don't actually.
That's one that I've been wanting to see for a long time.
Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while.
He has not been in since, like, I don't know, like MK Armageddon Unchained, something like that. Like, really long
Yeah, it's
time
been a
ago.
while.
Like at least 10, 15 years. He looks like a demon. Like, and I'm sure with like PS5, Xbox, modern consoles, PC, you can make him look way cooler than what he looked before. I feel like there's untapped potential here with this guy. You can make him
Definitely.
like 1A, 1B with Shao Kahn, make him a major villain, just make him like dominant and like a guy that it's hard to kill. Yeah, bring him back. Onaga. It's a really cool name. Just bring him back.
I didn't put him on my list, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad either. I mean, like I said, I want to see some of these other characters that haven't really had the spotlight like most of them do. So it would be cool to see one like that.
I don't think we're getting him though.
Probably not, honestly. Let me think here. One of the other ones, which I don't know if you'd have this one or not. Noob Saibot.
I do. No, wait. Not Smoke. Noob Saibot.
Yeah, not Smoke.
No, I don't have him.
Which I mean, I think Noob Saibot is definitely one of my favorites out of any of them. Even though he's like very edgy and emo, but like he's badass. It's cool that he's like the original Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And that Scorpion killed him, and now he's like a vengeful fucking spirit. Like that, it's pretty badass. He's a really fucking cool character. And like his fatalities are badass. Like the one where he fucking pulls you apart with the sickle is absolutely phenomenal. Really great character.
I'd be down to see Noob Saibot. I have Smoke, actually. Just because I feel like we haven't seen Smoke in a really long time.
No, we haven't. I actually have Smoke too on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we haven't seen Smoke in a while.
Too long, and he's a character that needs to get some shine. I don't think he will get some shine, but I would love to see him in the game again as like a playable character. I know like it was 2011 last time that we seen him. It's been 12 years. Bring him back, I think. His moveset's really cool too. I like him.
I remember one of his fatalities from the older games. He basically blew the earth up. He's a pretty cool character. I do like Smoke. You have Reptile.
Yep, I got Reptile.
Again, now that he's like an actual fleshed out reptile instead of just a color swap, like his acid spit is phenomenal. It is cool that he's like the last of his kind. So it was kind of whack to see him die. I think it was in 9.
Yeah, I think 9 or 10.
So it really is a shame that he, and that was it, like for being the last of his kind.
Yeah, I feel like he got treated like just as a nobody.
Yeah, he did. And that's the shame of it.
I would love to see him come back though.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
I'm gonna go with probably a give me here, Katana.
Yeah, I got Katana.
Katana, you have to put in Katana. I think her run in like Mortal Kombat has been really well done. I think like her in Mortal Kombat 9, and she's been in since pretty much the very beginning, like the first probably like one of the first female characters, and her weapons are super cool. Her fans are super cool. You can't really go wrong with Katana. I think she has been in like almost every game, but she's like the female Scorpion Sub-Zero,
and she's really been like a well-written character. Like one of the downfalls usually of like some of these women characters is that they get wrote off so terribly. Like a perfect example would be Rey from Star Wars. Literally like terrible character, terrible design, terrible writing, everything. Like I'm not opposed to strong women, but they need to be wrote like they are, you know what I mean? They need to actually be like strong. Like Katana's always been wrote pretty good as a character, and there hasn't really been too many instances where she's not a strong character and she's not wrote good. So yeah, definitely need that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go with Melina.
I actually have Melina too.
Yeah, I feel like the way that they did Melina in the one game. Oh man, what game was it? They pushed her to the side. She was super big in like Mortal Kombat 9, and then Mortal Kombat, I feel like it was 11.
I think it was 11. Mortal Kombat 10, I think 10 she became the like ruler. I think it was 10. She was a pretty badass character. The fact that like she's what is it called? Tarkatan or whatever it is, whatever Baraka is.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
She is confirmed for MK1.
Oh, is she? Oh, cool.
I feel like you can't really do an MK game without her.
No, I agree. And that's gonna actually bring up another one that I think should be in it, and that's Baraka.
I did not have Baraka.
Really? I mean, dude's one of the like mainstays, and he's badass as hell. I mean, he's shown every game that he's like a great warrior and all this. He's not a weak write off by any means. Like, yeah, it seems like he's just a peon, and you murder him every game, but
He's like the good first challenge.
yeah, for real. And like he doesn't need to be the mastermind. He's just got to be a part of it,
I'm gonna go with Liu Kang.
Really?
Yeah, which I'm assuming you don't have Liu Kang.
I do not
You don't
actually.
have Liu Kang, which is fair because he's like the John Cena of the franchise, right? He's like the
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
So
a golden boy.
yeah, so I get that, and he's like not even that pop. But I feel like they've been doing a really good job with Liu Kang recently, with him
I mean, the
being
last
like
game was pretty cool. How he was like the what was it, Dragon God or whatever the hell he
fire
was.
god, yeah.
Fire God, yeah. Yeah, that was cool. I'll admit,
So
I did like that.
and he's like, I think he's like, I feel like he should really take Raiden's spot as like the top guy, and like,
Yeah.
and then Liu Kang becomes the like protector, the leader, and like Raiden kind of like pushes aside a bit, retired.
hmm
He is gonna be an MK1, so he is confirmed, and I like his design, so I was like, you know what, let me put him on the list. And his kicks are always fire. That like drop kick thing he does where he like
Oh yeah,
spams it.
yeah. I know you probably don't have Sonya Blade.
No,
I did Sonya Blade because she is a staple. Now,
yes,
granted, she is really only in there to chase Kano, so if Kano's not in it, it's kind of dumb. But she is badass. I mean,
she
she is
is.
a badass character. She's well wrote. I just really feel like that they need to stick to the younger version
Yeah,
because the older version kind of
she
like
didn't
messed her up,
work.
and I wasn't a fan of it. So I definitely think they need to stick with the older one or the younger one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Scarlet.
Okay, I didn't have her,
Did not
but
have
definitely a
Scarlet.
good choice.
She is one of the newer characters, like I would say, that wasn't in the like
I
original
think it was
timeline.
9
Yeah, as
she was introduced.
DLC.
Yeah,
So that was her first appearance.
because she was like a code, like a secret character or something originally, or like there was
yeah,
something about her. She wasn't like an official character, or she wasn't like it might have been like a myth or something.
yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about. I think she's fantastic. I think she wasn't in 10. The first main game that she was actually in as a main character was 11. So there's still plenty to do with her, and we're
Oh
starting a
yeah,
new timeline. Let's get her back into it. Somebody being like, a mage of like blood magic, you can't beat that, and she's a fantastic evil character. I
oh
think.
yeah, very very fitting. I know you're not gonna have this one. Quan Chi, I actually said I'd like to see in.
No, no.
I like Quan Chi. Not really a fan of his one fatality where he just grabs your leg and beats you to death with it. I kind of think that's
That
dumb.
was so trash.
But like, I do think it's cool how he's like the like sorcerer. You know what I mean? Like he can basically do any kind of magic to fuck you
hmm
up. And he does look pretty cool. I do like his design. He looks very like I guess I would say like demonish, but not
Yeah.
really demonish. You know what I mean? Like it's weird how he looks. I can't really just think like picture what he looks like, but I can like see it. It's
Yeah.
weird, but he looks cool. I do like the way he really
I'm
looks.
gonna go with Kenshi.
I don't have Kenshi actually.
Interesting. So yeah, Kenshi, he's one of my top two favorite characters in Mortal Kombat altogether, all in all. He
Mm.
definitely he's already in the game. He's already confirmed to be like a major story character.
Is he?
So I'm very happy with that. I'm not gonna lie, I was so for context, I got into Mortal Kombat around MK9, and he was a DLC character, and I loved him. And he's a blind ninja with a katana. You can't really beat that, Can't really
Yeah.
beat that, right? And basically, he was in MK9 as a DLC character. Then he was in MK10 as like a background character, as older Kenshi. That worked really well. But then I was really freaking pissed when he was only in MK11 dead in the crypt, that he was just
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah, that
Like,
was dumb.
he was a big character in 10, and then they just killed him in 11. Like, they had nothing
Yeah.
for him. Like, what the hell where was the story?
hmm
And, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing there. But luckily, he's in the new game, so we'll see how they do him. I'll go with another one just so we can balance out. So I still have three. I have Jade.
Yeah, I said Jade too, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, very very fitting character. A nice like side to Katana.
I was glad to see her in 11, and I hope they keep
Mm.
her in the new one. I think she's just like synonymous with Mortal Kombat. I was surprised that she wasn't in 10, only as like a cameo, but yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely should be in the new game.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And she is a good character. Like again, we're
hmm
going back to like the strong, well-written female characters. It's not like they're just in there for shits and giggles.
We'll see if she makes it into the game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my last one.
Hmm?
I actually said Havoc.
Havoc. Okay.
We haven't seen Havoc in a long time. I really like the way Havoc looked, like a lot. It's pretty cool that he's here. Like he looks like an undead ninja, and like the Chaos Realm and all that is pretty cool. I really do like that Chaos Realm is a thing, and I really wish that it would come into play more in the newer ones. It would be cool to see him come in as like another character. Like they don't need to constantly rely on the same evil character all the time. Could be a good replacement because we haven't seen him since I don't know what was it, Armageddon.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. I got two more. I'll go with my first one. I got Nightwolf.
Okay.
I feel like we haven't seen Nightwolf in a really long time, and I don't count DLC because DLC comes out
Right.
late. They're not even in like
The main story
I
or
don't
nothing.
enjoy DLC Mortal Kombat characters, but that's for another time because they don't feel included.
Yeah, I got you.
He was last in Mortal Kombat 9, and then he was kind of in 10 and kind of in 11 as DLC counted. But I want to see him in a story again because he had like a major moment in MK9, and I think he was really good there. And he's basically been in the timeline since Mortal Kombat 3. He's been in it
Right.
since the very beginning. I hope we see him again, and I love the Tomahawk as a weapon just in any game. Like I think it's great. So I want to see him in. I think he has really cool fatalities too. But I guess I'll just rock with my last one. I got Rain. I
Okay.
love Rain. So he was DLC in Mortal Kombat 9 again, it's like Kenshi, and then he was an NPC in 10, and he was just like Melina's like bitch in MK10, and I hated it. And then in MK11 he was DLC again. So we haven't seen him in like a main game as a main character since Armageddon.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So like that's a ton of years, and he's one of the main ninjas basically. I think he's cool controlling water. Armageddon is like 2006, so like with those games we're going back almost 20 years. So yeah, I want to see Rain. I want to see a modernized
I
Rain.
agree.
That's our list. Do you have any final things to say?
Not really. I mean, just as long as this game turns out to be good, I'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.